Hi there and welcome to our first video on our grade breakdown packet. This is GC Info-9. In this video, we're going to begin to discuss how grades will be tabulated for this class, what sorts of things will make up your 9 weeks grade, and try to explain how the whole grading process takes place. Info 9 is in a substantial packet, so more than likely we will not get through the explanation of this packet in one video. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's take a look at how we grade in chemistry. And it's important to start off saying getting A's in a class is not the most important thing, but wanting to definitely is. Anytime you take a class, you'll want to try to get the highest grade that you can get. That is your goal, I hope. And if it is not, then we might need to talk a little bit about the college prep path. Getting A's isn't the most important thing, but wanting to is. All right, in this class, how do we grade? We grade on a total points basis. That means everything that you do, you will receive points for. Now, the school district grades on a percent. So at the end of the 9 weeks, all we'll do is take the total points that you earned and we'll divide by the total points possible. We'll multiply by 100 and that will be your grade. To give you an idea, for a general 9 weeks or for a typical 9 weeks, we'll have around 2,000 points over the course of the 9 weeks. To have an A, or to be what would be traditionally called an A, you would need to have about 1,800 points. B's would fall between 1,600 and 1,799 and so forth. You just take the total points times like 0.9 for A, 0.8 for B, 0.7 for C, 0.6 for D, and you can get an idea of what kind of grade you would, or how many points you would need to earn a respective grade. And then everything's converted on a percentage. Again, why should you try for the A? Well, if we go on percentages, you want to get the highest grade you can. Over the course of 2 9 weeks, when you average those, if you do very, very well 1 9 weeks, that'll allow you the opportunity, if you struggle a little bit more the second 9 weeks, to still maintain a very high grade for the class. For each unit, you'll receive a table of contents. That table of contents will give you an item-by-item list of everything that will be up for grades, every assignment that will take place on that unit. That table of contents will come out generally early in the unit. It might not come out the first day you start it, but with a couple of days into the unit, you'll receive a list of everything that is going to be graded for that unit. And that is actually the table of contents that can go in your 3-ring binder. So in your 3-ring binder, you'll have your binder divided up into units with binder dividers. The very first page of each section of the unit will be a table of contents. Some of the things on the table of contents will actually be in the binder. Those are coded with the letter B. So if a number on top of something starts with the letter B, it'll actually be something that's in a binder. It'll be a paper and pencil item. If the item on the table of contents starts with the letter GC, like this one right here, GC, this begins with GC, that means it will be found on Google Classroom and it won't be in your binder. It means it won't be required to be in your binder. You'll find that item on Google Classroom. For instance, this packet is a bunch of pages. There's no sense in printing all of this out and keeping in your binder when you can access it easily on Google Classroom. So with that table of contents, you'll know everything that needs to be done for that unit. What are sorts of things that we have? Well, for chemistry, obviously, we will have homework assignments. Homework isn't expected to be completed for this class. It's not an option. In fact, if you do not do homework, it will be very, very difficult to pass chemistry. Every homework assignment is graded. Plus, on the day of the test, 50 participation points are awarded to students that have completed all their work for that unit prior to the test. Students that have not completed all their assignments on the day we sit down to take the test will lose 50 points. So essentially speaking, we have 5 units on average each 9 weeks. So there's 250 additional points for completing your homework on time before the test in each of those units. We only have 2,000 points. So like over 10% of your grade is given for completing the work. So each assignment is graded plus 50 participation points are awarded as well. If you are late completing an assignment, let's say an assignment is due on a Tuesday and you don't have it done on that Tuesday, as long as you get that assignment in before the day of the test, you can still earn your 50 participation points. So the goal is to get everything done by the day of the test. To make life less stressful for you, I certainly recommend that you get things done timely each night as required. If for some reason you do not get all your assignments in by the day of the test, you will lose your participation points, but you can still submit the assignments and earn points towards or for completing the assignments. That's important to do. If for some reason you're having issues or things are not working out for you, or you just need to communicate extenuating circumstances which might be preventing you from getting things done on a timely basis, always email me at steve.hippemeyer@ketteringschools.org, steve.hippemeyer@ketteringschools.org. Email me, communicate with me. Let me know if things are stressful for you or if you're having trouble keeping up, because we would like this to work. But for this to work, you will have to work. Now, with these 50 participation points, it's important to remember that those are awarded if you have every assignment done. If you are missing even one single assignment for that unit, you will lose all 50 points. It is all or none. And that is to try to motivate you, to inspire you, to pressure you in a way to complete all your work. 50 points each unit. Now, how many assignments will we have, or how many points are the assignments worth? Well, again, for a typical 9 weeks, we'll have 2,000 points. We have 5 units making up those 2,000 points. Each unit is roughly worth 300 points. 50 of those 300 points are for completing your work. On the average, tests will be worth around 100 or 150 points for each unit. So each unit will have a test as well. That means that each individual assignment, or the assignments for a particular unit, will be valued at around 100, 150 points for additional work. So around 200 or so of the 300 points for each unit pertain to work outside the test. So we have 5 units at 300 points. That adds up to 1,500 points of the 2,000. So where are the other 500? Well, for a given 9 weeks, there will be a 500-point test at the end of each 9 weeks over everything we covered that 9 weeks. It's called a quarters exam. A quarters exam is worth 25% of your 9 weeks grade, thus the term quarters exam. And it is given every quarter, thus the term quarters exam. We'll talk more about the quarters exam here as we go through the grading, how we grade for this class. When we turn in homework, if the assignment is on Google Classroom, you'll submit it on Google Classroom. If it is a paper and pencil assignment, you'll actually turn in paper or pencil assignments to the chemistry classroom before school. So when you go to turn in homework for this class, if it's written work, if it's work that is in your binder, if it's work that's coded with the letter B instead of a GC, if it's coded GC, it's on Google Classroom. You'll turn it in on Google Classroom. But if it starts with a B, it's something that's in your binder, it's a paper and pencil assignment, and you'll turn it in before school, before the start of advisory, with your name on it. And there'll be folders on the back lab tables generally where you'll find your period, and you'll find your period folder, and you'll turn the assignment in that folder before school. That's all you have to do. You don't have to get here super early to do it. When you arrive at school, just go straight to the chemistry room, turn your work in. There's a reason that we want you to turn it in before school, many reasons, and we'll discuss those in a moment. if there's circumstances that prevent you from turning it in, if you have doctor's appointments, meetings for classes, or other things going on in the morning, email me, let me know, and when you'll turn it in is the next morning. The next morning that you are in school, you'll turn that assignment in. In the back of the room where the folders are, you'll see a folder marked late assignments. You'll put your folder in the late assignment if it wasn't being turned in on the day that it was actually due. More than likely, you will not lose any points for turning it in late in the late folder, because you are going beyond and above and beyond the call of duty by turning your work in before school. So I will work with you for some reason if you're having trouble getting it into the folder before school. So again, points will not be deducted if you have reasons for not getting the stuff in. Do not come during advisory. Do not come seconds before advisory, because late passes will not be written. So if you are turning in homework before school to this chemistry room, I'm not going to write you a pass to go to advisory. Plan so that you can get it done. If for some reason you forget to do the homework or the homework's not finished, get it in as soon as it is finished, the next day, preferably. And again, I will not take points off if you get it in a timely manner and put it in the late folder. Again, Google Classroom assignments you'll submit to Google Classroom. Those are due at 7 a.m. on the morning. So if we have an assignment, homework assignment on Google Classroom on Monday night, you need to have that assignment turned in Tuesday morning by 7 a.m. Please be sure, as you begin to approach this school year, to expand your assignment or your notion of what homework really is, what your concept of homework is. Expand it. Doing homework just to make it look like you tried is really not doing homework. Approach homework from the standpoint of trying to learn everything you can from the assignment. If it is a homework assignment, you are expected to be learning from it. For many homework assignments, answer keys will be posted on Google Classroom. That way, as you're going through the homework, if you're having trouble, you'll have the opportunity to look at the answer key to help you through the problem. The answer key is there to help you. The answer key is also there so that you can come up with great questions to ask. In other words, you're doing the homework one way, the answer key is showing it to be done in another way. That should raise questions in your mind. Don't copy the answer key. The answer key is there to help you understand how to do the homework. Homework is huge in this class. Again, we told you it is really about 50% of your regular unit grade, or for each unit. It's about 50% of your unit grade. Points are given for each assignment. Points are also given for completing all this work by the time of the test for that unit. But likewise, for many units, you'll have the opportunity to retake the test if you are not happy with your grade. Maybe there was just something you were confused on. And if now that you took the test, you now understand what you're confused on. Well, you'll have a chance to do a retake test only if you have all your homework done for the unit before the day of the test. There could be a night where you might have 2 or 3 tests to study for. If you have all your homework done for this class and you're wondering which test to maybe not focus on, well, it works out for you that you could put less effort into the chemistry test if you've got everything done. Think about it. Why? For many tests, you're allowed a retake. It's designed to make the class less stressful. So please think about the importance of doing homework for this class. In our next video, we'll pick up with what are the steps to doing homework and why is homework due before school? What would be a reason for making students turn in homework before school? There are very important reasons, and in the next video, we'll discuss those reasons.